Hi, I'm Arsh. Ellahi. I'm outside a property that I've just recently acquired. It's number 22 Gibbons Road, and we're in Wolverhampton, which is in Newbridge in Wolverhampton. It's not a bad location because if we just go to the end of the road there, we're near enough by Newbridge in Tetnall, and if we go that way, we're more towards the Newhampton / Whitmarines area of Wolverhampton as well. Now, the deal with this property is that it was a old owner that we purchased it from, who wanted just to realise the equity out of the property. So we've done that. We probably have owned it now best part of a month, and our aim was to do it up and sell back on, but because of the number of projects that we've got on at the moment, it seemed like a project that we're just never going to get around to doing, so we're going to flip it out. And I'll give you a bit of a rundown of the figures. So what we're looking to achieve for it is £100,000. Now, we envisage that there needs to be about £10,000 worth of work spending on it, and the end sales value, which we've had confirmed by 3 agents, is £135,000, which means that there's still a decent margin in it for someone who's got the time and able to do the work. Now let's have a quick look at the property. So if we look at it from the outside, it's a 3-bed semi-detached, it's a white building there, and it's got a shared drive, shared ownership drive with next door neighbour, so it is a 50-50 drive. What it could happen is that, as they've done next door there, you could actually make a drive area for the front of the property. At the moment it looks overgrown, but let's have a look. Like I said, it needs a bit of work. It's partially double glazed. The front of the house is double glazed. The rear of the property is not double glazed, so it's just something to take into consideration there. So when you walk in, first thing you walk into is like a little patio, minus the cobwebs. And then you come into a main door here, which probably could do with replacing. It's an old style door. Immediately behind the front door, you've got electric meter there, which has got a trip switch style fuse board, where I'd probably recommend needs upgrading. Now, no, you can't smell it, but as soon as you walk in, there's a musty smell in the building. It just could be that the property's been empty for quite a while now. If you say that the walls seem pretty solid, what I'd probably suggest is to strip off the wallpaper. Strip off the wallpaper, see what the walls look like behind, and potentially re-plaster. This is the front bedroom. No, sorry, not the front bedroom, the front living room. It's a decent size. There's 2 options that you could probably do here. Just keep it as one. Alternatively, you could create an arch into the second living room and create a much larger space. So there's another option for you there. We'll keep walking through into the second lounge. Got some central heating pipes here that you could probably box in and make a little bit nicer. Here's the second lounge, which is quite spacious. As I've just said in the other room, if you were to create an arch, it could actually be quite nice and quite a large open space. You've got the old gas fireplace, which could be removed. Because there are no fireplaces, you could even potentially remove the chimney, but again, that would take a lot more work to do. Then you've got the old double glazed doors here, so that could potentially be replaced with some better French opening doors or something to that effect, which would then lead you out into the garden. Whilst we're here, let's just have a quick look out into the garden. The garden, unfortunately, doesn't have much of a lawn area. All it is, it's been concrete, it's slabbed over, and it's got this old shed. So get rid of the shed, get rid of the greenhouse, get it all cleaned up, and make it look like a decent little space. What was here previously, it looks like that they had a small porch or something here. So something that we've still got the footing for it here. So that's something that could potentially be restored, like a little conservatory, or potentially create the conservatory all the way across so you've got a decent space. That gate there takes you back into the driveway. So you've got your rear access there, which is straightforward. So moving back into the second living room. If we go back out take us back out into the hallway, will then take us back into the kitchen. I'd say one of the downfalls of the property is that it only has a small kitchen, and this is it. So technically speaking, that's about 6 foot wide. So other options that you could do, well, there's not really much scope to increase the kitchen unless you were to knock it through into the main lounge. So the units are okay, but if you were to do the property up to sell back on, I would recommend putting a new kitchen in, possibly replastering the walls, and obviously redecorate. So now what we're going to do, walk straight upstairs into onto the first floor, which will give us 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. Another option that you could do, which is quite an interesting thought, is that you could move the bathroom downstairs, down beyond the kitchen, and you could have 4 bedrooms upstairs. Okay, the 4th bedroom might be a box room, but it may increase the value to the 4 bedroom house bracket. Window on the hallway is that's single glazed. I think 1, 2, 3 windows in this property need replacing because they're single glazed. So at the top of the stairs, we've got a very old style bathroom. There's no ventilation, there's no fan in here, hence why we've got all the damp on the ceiling. But the bath needs replacing. We've got an old style pink suite, so that definitely needs replacing. Paper needs coming off. And if you notice around there, the walls don't actually look in too bad a condition. That could do with just reskimming and replastering. So now moving into, let's have a look at size wise. We've got 1, 2 and 3. So let's go into number 1 first. Not a bad size. Again, it doesn't look in bad condition. And if I was just to quickly show you, I don't think the walls are actually in bad condition. It just looks like bobbling or bad papering. There may be some replastering that is required, but nothing that a decent builder couldn't do. Okay, so we've got some crumbling with this, but it all seems fairly solid. So in here, I'd suggest taking all the combing down, reskim, replaster, and making good. The house has got a brand new central heating system, so I'll show you where that is in a sec. So that's room 1. Room 2, again, is quite a generous room, facing towards the rear. This would have been where the old water tank and the heater would have been. So that's all studs which can come out. Just replace all the skirting. Again, reskim, replaster, and away we go. So we've got rooms 1 and 2, which are quite a large size. Now room 3, which is at the front of the building, is your standard single room. It's not a box. It's more than capable of giving you, being a good sized single room. Again, at the front, it just shows signs of old age and needs just redecorating, replastering. So I'd say the whole house really needs replastering, which is a big job in reality. And finally, just on the landing here on the first floor, the previous owner had a brand new boiler in. It's a glowworm. It's got a Magna Clean on, and it looks in decent condition. It's not a bad property, and if it's not something that I can shift, it's something that I'll definitely look to start doing the work on. It's just something that I haven't had the time to do, but I suppose because I own it now, I'll make time to do it. But I hope you find it of interest. It's a good opportunity for you to make some money on it. So if you think it's for you, get in contact with me. You can get contact through my website, which is arshellahi.com, or why not send me an email, arsh@arshellahi.com, and hopefully I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.